Can you join me as I welcome the CIO of Kabzeel Group?
If it's short for you, bring the 1 acre. Please celebrate Esther. I told her that if it's short for her, she should bring the 1 acre. Please, if you are celebrating me, you know the final way we like to end that celebration. We give glory to God. Thank you, thank you. So celebrate yourself, celebrate yourself. It's such a privilege to have you. Such a privilege to have you. Please, you may take your seat. You may take your seat. I trust you've had a wonderful time. So we're getting close to Outbox graduation, and I'm excited for that. But this is session 3. Now, from session 1, what did you learn? I know some of you went to primary school. Why do I say 2 times 2 4? You, I just followed the reading. So when I said, what did you learn? So what did you learn? Areas of wealth. How many areas are there? 5. What is number 1? Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Financial. All right. What did we learn in session 2? Wealth of nations. The wealth of nations is found in 3. Number 1, people. Number 2, processes is also. Number 3, places. Now what I didn't finish in that one is that wealth has wine skins, the same way wine has wine skins. Wealth has wine skins, and there are 3 wine skins with which wealth has been transferred over generations. Number 1 is communities. Number 2 is companies, and similar to companies are corporations. Number 3 is countries. So you have countries, you have companies or corporations, and then you have communities. Now where you are is a community. So what our plan is to not just create wealth, but to manage that wealth and to preserve it for a generation, for 1,000 generations. Do you understand? Now, I can give you free assignment. Go and read about the Rockefeller family. Because Ozu will only get you far. You need a mindset of a wealthy person who can think generationally. So I look at my children and I'm telling them that right now, I'm not working for you guys. I'm working for your children. And I'm telling them deliberately. We went to Ado Hawaii and I told my wife that the next time we're going to go on a trip like this, we're going to pull them from school deliberately. We will bring them for school and keep them on the road with us so that they can understand what we are doing and why we are doing what we are doing. Do you get what we're doing? And in our break, some of you are still young, so I have hope with you. Some of you are already elderly. So I'm already looking at you with one kind. Those are children. Those are the people that I'm looking at. Because the proof that this win will thrive is not that we get it, but that they get it. Do you get what I'm saying? By the mercies of God, if we choose, I mean my family, choose not to work again for the next 10, 20 years, we don't need to. In fact, where's our AGM chairman? Where is AGM chairman? Somebody let me look for her. Where is she? All right, she's there. Please come forward, because if I start, she will not like it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the only person I called my Oga at the top. You understand? My Oga at the top. Please help me celebrate my one and only. The one who organizes. Oh, please put your hands together. Thank you. Can you just help me rise and say thank you, ma'am? Well, thank you, ma'am. Some of you did not rise. You better help me rise and say thank you, ma'am. No. So please put your hands together for her. So, there are times where you see, we're about to do a project and the funds are not necessarily available as a community. So I look at my wife and say, we then begin to, I'll give you an example, Ilaro phase 2. When we're going to do the first deposit, we looked at it and say, this money would have bought a car. But we took everything, and because We're not doing it primarily for ourselves. We're doing it because of our children's children. You need to understand what I'm saying. If you live only for yourself, you are living to make an income. Income without impact is the wrong outcome. Do you understand? Income must meet impact. And then you must add another layer, which is intervention. So income plus impact will give you the right outcome. Do you get what I'm saying? I've not started my session. So many times, we liquidate things that can make us enjoy now for a future that we can only see with the eyes of faith. Do you get it? So for those of us who are members of Kabzeel, after this Ilaro phase 2, we're still going to do one more in Ilaro because God said we should do something in Ilaro. We're not buying again. We're not buying land again for our agricultural processes like that. Not that we're not going to get land though. I'm just saying we're not buying again. Right now we're going to the government. You have land you are not using. Give it to us, we will use it. Do you get what I'm saying? So please celebrate her once again for the countless sacrifices. Thank you. All right, can we go to session 3? Straight up. Wealth of nations. Right now, session 1, we talked about laws of wealth. We didn't finish. Session 2, we talked about wealth of nations. We didn't finish. Session 1, did we get to wealth angles where we talked about the star? I talked about it. Good. Session 2, we didn't talk about the wealth triangle. Worship, work, and wealth. You see, when I tell you that it's a spiritual world that we're living in, Jesus said, what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and does what? So that means that the whole world, if you put one soul on a scale and you put the whole world on the other side of the scale, which will go down? One soul. Do you understand me? If you go to the book of Revelations, they are selling gold, they are selling incense, they are selling different things, and they are trading in souls of men. There is a level where conversations get to. It's not for this room. But there's a level of conversations where they are setting up the world for people to buy and sell souls of men. The question I should ask you, is your soul for sale? Prostitution is a system for the trade of souls of men. Social media is a system for the sales of souls of men. Porn industry is a system for the sales of what? Souls of men. Gambling and addiction. You know where it gets interesting? Coco Melon. Have you watched it? Go and check it. Don't let me do all the research for you. Go and check. Do you know that there are addictions that you can get to on your phone that is stronger than cocaine, and it's not illegal? I had one. I don't have it anymore. Oh, can somebody praise the Lord for me? How many of you know the game called Clash of Clans? Just a few of you. Yeah. Go and read Clash of Clans. That game is so addictive that people drop cocaine addiction, and the money they were using to buy coke, they were spending on the game. Do you understand? It's designed for souls of men, because whatsoever can get your attention can affect your destination. Are we together, people? All right. So for session 3, we're looking at the Kabzeel mandate. Why do we do what we do? I woke up in 2021 and I heard a word. What's the word? Who can tell me? Is it there? Apple, I'm already moving on my slide. So lift 30 million. Hello, children. We had a wonderful time together. You see, I said, honestly, I look at our community, and as I look at our community, I'm already looking beyond those of us on the community, and I'm looking at them. Because if it's taking us there are 3 stages to wealth. There's wealth creation, there's wealth management, there's wealth preservation. All these things we are doing, we're still in our wealth creation phase. If it's taking us 10, 20 years to do it, when do we come into management? Because the principles of also that helps you to create wealth, you must take risk. Do you get what I'm saying? You must take risk. I told you that we literally took money that will buy a fine Jeep and we went to put it in land. But the last time we did something like that, which was 2 years ago, We now got another location 5 kilometers from the place that we're in. And the location that we got 5 kilometers further down is more than double the price of where we had before. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me explain. Imagine this is phase A of Vilaro, and we bought phase A for, say, 1 million. Now, we now went further inside, 5 kilometers from phase A, to buy. And we're buying phase B at more than 2 million. How much is phase A now? Talk to me. Is at least 3 million. Do you get? So the price, on paper, the prices are appreciating. But we're waiting for, we have 3 more years to go. Because some of them have begun to fruit. From 3 years when they begin to fruit, on 1 acre of land, you are able to make at least 1 million every year. Our goal, and my goal for Kabzeel Cooperative, is that we will, if you guys are cooperating, we will have at least 500. That for every member, we will start with 1 acre. That if we have 1,000 members, we have 1,000 acres. Do you understand? So that when you go and you work for 30 years, and then they will be paying you pension that cannot take you anywhere. But our plan is you join for 7 years, and then you earn for the next 30 years. If you retire from a job, can you hand it over to a child? That, my daddy was a doctor. Now I am the chief medical doctor. Is that possible? The child has to go through his own school. But you can leave your place in a cooperative for your child. Are we together? I learned this from my mom. All right, let's start. So Kabzeel's mandate, our vision is Vision 3030. Where is the group handling Vision 3030? Raise your hand if you are a part of that group. We are waiting on you. Don't come and give me aspire to perspire that you may refire and not retire. I will rewire you and refire you. All right, so our vision and our mandate is to lift 30 million people out of poverty in 30 years through sustainable innovation. Let me tell you what sustainable innovation. Innovation talks about things that are new. So you can talk about new to the world. If it's new to the world, and I want you Outbox graduates to, Sophia, right? Good to see you. I want you Outbox graduates to pay attention. Innovation can be new to the world. If it's new to the world, it's an invention. And for you to get an invention, you should connect to a higher realm. Because what we call inventions on this realm are simply things that have already existed. So you need to download from their realm. So there is also, that is an invention. Another innovation, it is new to the local context. So Uber used to be existing abroad. But before Uber, we all had our taxis. Do you get me? Then Uber came to Nigeria. It was an innovation within Nigeria. Shortlets have been existing everywhere. But shortlets are now here. It's now an innovation. So innovation can be new to the world, invention, or new to the local context. So training people is not new. But in this local context, training people for free, in the way that we do it, and then the courses that we now added, faith, leadership, and entrepreneurship. You can learn about skills everywhere, but they won't add that one to you. That is innovation. Then there is sustainable. Sustainable now means how do you make that the cycle can continue in a way that it does not damage one another. That's what we're doing. We're also doing that with Outbox. I don't want to teach all of you the expo. You will find out. But there's sustainable innovation, and that's what we're about. So my assignment, and part of the task that God has given to us, is that we should lift people out of poverty. We have transitioned around this. There are 4 key areas that they speak to poverty. Number 1 is hunger, and I hope the slide guys are following. There are 4 key areas that speak about poverty. Number 1 is hunger. For those of us that are Yoruba, Yorubas have a saying that if hunger goes out of poverty, poverty becomes manageable. Do you know that saying? Some of you know it, some of you don't. So, but if you take food and you solve food problem, the rest is manageable. What are the basic needs of man? Food is one, shelter is another. Give me another. Clothing is another. Then housing is another. Now within ours we have 4. If you notice, we don't have clothing. Not because we are not going to do something that has to do with clothing. I mean, my guy at the top is a major in that area. But you see, clothing is not a major problem in this side of Africa. It's in places like Russia, Canada, where wrong clothing can kill you. But here, there are different options of clothing. You can have the 10th use clothes. Do you agree with me? Are there clothes? I'm not saying first hand. I'm not saying second hand. I'm not saying third hand. Are there clothes that you can still buy with 1,000 naira? Yes. There are. So, if somebody is really poor, he will still get something to wear. It may not be bag and shoe to match. It may be different matches. Tell them I said it's not possible. How many minutes is it in total? Go and tell them I said how many minutes is it in total. So we have 4 key areas. Number 1 is hunger, and that's why we're doing things on agriculture. I'll come back to that. Number 2 is housing. Number 3 is human capital development. Because we found out that if you solve hunger, you solve housing, and then you make people gainfully employed. There is a report called the Future of Jobs Report that outlines Vision 2030. As we are sitting and talking here, there are people gathering in different places and they are determining things that will happen to us. Do you agree with me? Do you know a time will come where it will be near criminal to drive the kind of cars that we are driving? Do you know that Nigeria still has coal? C-O-A-L. That we still have coal. But the world no longer thrives on that coal. Do you know Harvard and some other major universities are shutting down petrochemical engineering as a course of study? And the world will still have fuel reserves. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because there are people that are determining the way you should go. Do you know that the global plan is for Africa to be a raw material producing site while we continue to import and depend on everything that the world produces? From the beginning, it was not so. Tell your neighbor, from the beginning, it was not so. Do you know that we must not depend on the government to come and fix our nation for us? We must take responsibility. There are meetings where the kind of decisions that they are making are not with our best interest at heart. Ask your neighbor, do you know where your food comes from? They are passing laws right now that, how many of you, okay, thank God, they are passing fruits now. How many of you know that the plantain or banana that we eat is not what God produced? It's not what God created? Just few of you. Because original banana has seeds. Original banana has seeds. How many of you know that there is a variety of beans that goes as a tree? But what we plant, how many of you know that Nigeria, as at 10 years ago, was the 3rd largest exporter of ginger in the world? And as at today, we are an importer of ginger. And right now, there is ginger and there is something that looks like calamari lotion. They call it Galaga or something. That is in the market. And how did they get us from there to here? They came and they gave us aid. That they are going to give us improved seedlings and varieties. And then when we planted that, a lot of ginger farmers, this thing I'm saying, be brilliant enough to go and search it, in Nigeria have committed suicide. They collected those things, they planted it, not long after that, ginger experienced blight. And right now, we are import dependent on ginger. During COVID, I went to pray, what should our response be to the COVID-19 virus? And God said, grow your own food. And it was a health crisis. God's answer was a food crisis. Because you are what you eat. If you feed properly, you will have less health challenges. Our Nigerian ginger with hot tea and garlic, if you are taking it, you will be fine with a lot of health challenges that was striking them during COVID. Do you understand what I'm saying? If they can affect the quality of our food, they can affect the quality of our life. Right now, in India, they have determined, they have passed policies where they have twisted the seed type. And they have passed a law that if two of you are neighbors, if you have a natural seed, they call them heirloom, 100-year seeds, that can store for 100 years. In fact, they discover seeds that have been since Jesus' time, 2,000 years, and they are still growing. Now, current seeds don't. But the ones that they produce don't. They will not give you seed that will produce very fine fruit. But you only produce one cycle. What was planned is that if you plant corn and you reap your harvest, you will store the seed and you will plant again. Right now, what they are pushing and what they've done in India, if you plant their own once and you reap a harvest, if you plant the seed, it won't produce. You know who that will profit? It profits the seed company. As a seed producing company, when I sell seed to you, I make 100% of my profits. As a farmer, when you plant my seed, you are not guaranteed that it profits. Because farming is not a business. Selling is the business. Until you make a sale, you have not made money. Do you get what I'm saying? Who are the people doing KABZEEL? So I can tell you, and because some of this thing is live streamed, there are parts I cannot tell you. But think about it. COVID-19 happened. Me, I went to pray. God said, grow your own food. Should we pay attention to agriculture? Because you don't know where your food is coming from. Have you seen children begin to have hypertension? From the beginning, it was not so. There are things that we are eating that we are not supposed to eat. All the sausages that you are eating, where is it coming from? Your cream, give me extra salad. Where is it coming from? So you are participating in a future that you don't know the outcome. You are doing advanced AEJ, AUJ. And that's why we are gathered here today. So we have 4 areas that we have decided that we're going to pay attention to, and I will try and rush into them. We have 3 solutions. We call it ABC. And our ABC solution is agriculture, architecture. That's my realm. And number 2 is businesses. Because everybody, it's good for you to have a job, but you must build businesses. But I want to tell you something about build businesses. If you're going to build businesses, build generational businesses. I have several opportunities to build businesses that will be centered around me. Even businesses centered around my skills are not so proprietorship. When we were going to register our limited liability company, it became a war for us to find people who could referee for us. Because within our community, we didn't have 2. The first one that we did back then in 2020, we didn't have 2 people that were running limited liability companies. Because everybody, business name, business name, business name. You eat alone, you chop alone, you die alone, you can. If the business is in trouble, you are in trouble. Go to any country in the world, top 100 people, there is no billionaire that runs as a sole proprietorship. But it is me, it is my business. You want to be CEO, you are the CEO, you are the accountant, you are the gatekeeper, you are the storekeeper, you are the social media content creator, you are everything. You are 100% over 1 million. It is better to own 1% of a billion than 100% of a million. Do you understand me? But to come to a place where you own 1% of a billion, your mindset must shift. I don't trust him, but you can give him your phone. He can cook for you and you will eat. You can trust the food, but you cannot partner with him. If your friendship cannot cause you to spend together, check it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You must be able to build together. What stops you that 10 of you cannot come together in your school right now and begin to buy lands from there? See, these things that God is asking me to teach, I'm a very reserved person. I will not normally teach it. People, if we're not really friends, if we've not done some level of business together, there are people in and around my community. We own lands across, and many of those lands are not in my name alone, because by the time we need to raise many millions, and I call 2 or 3 people and say, let's do this. But the land is appreciating in value. Do you get it? This year, God said we shouldn't bring anybody. Normally, every year we bring somebody, but God is a conversation that I want to speak particularly to members of our community. That we are moving forward and we're advancing with or without immediate participation. But it wouldn't be nice that when they are glory bearers, that they are storytellers. Glory bearers need storytellers. But the best storytellers should also be glory bearers. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that you won't say that I was there when we started. I knew about it. I know this one. I know this one. But when everything shifts, you are not shifting. Tell your neighbor it's time to shift. Oh, everything has shifted. All right. Okay. So, in 2019, we bought a property in Abuja. It's how it sounds. Very sweet. I've not been to that place. I've not seen it. I know the name. I have the document. I've not been there. Because I bought it with Shola Adeshaki. You know Shola Adeshaki? Go and Google her. She was one I wanted to bring this year, but God said we shouldn't bring anybody. And 5 other people. So we have one plot. It's an estate. 5 of us bought it, and we have it there. It is their lawyers that are visiting the place. So Wike came this last year and said everybody must go and get, so they don't use C of O in Abuja, they use RO. Everybody must get RO. It is them that are running towards it. So I am sleeping and I'm waking, and I have no immediate plans for that property because it is for children's children. Do you understand me? So we have in Ibeju, we have in Ota, places that are co-owned by people. But you want to own everything. You chop alone, you do what? One of the real estate has doubled 50%. And I don't have plans to live there. Not doubled, has gained 50%. So 3 of you can come together. Because a city today was a bush yesterday. Okuoba is the farm of the king, was a village. It was a farm. Do you get me? Go and buy land in Okuoba for 1 million. See, they will not chase you. It's a money land you bought. You will not even get pieces for 1 million. Are you following me, please? So a city today was a bush yesterday. That means a bush today will be a city tomorrow. If you have friends in different places, join them and buy together there. They are members of our community. Just by being part of members of our community, they are automatic landlords. Do you get what I'm saying? And the dream that we have, if you are joining, we are looking for at least, as we are getting more people, we must be getting more land. Because it must be a sustainable system. The Lord will help us all. All right, let's make progress. So, co-creation, businesses, I talked about businesses, then community and co-creation. You cannot do things alone. You cannot do things alone. It won't take you far. That you want to be the only one. How many acres have I told you that I dream of having? Of managing, stewarding, not having, stewarding. Eh? I told you how big it is, Abi. It's bigger than the land size of. So drive everywhere around Lagos. The land size no reach 1 million acres. And I dream of stewarding. I don't dream of stewarding only in Nigeria. Across Africa and the globe. Trump may be fighting for Greenland. If my portion of land is to manage part of Greenland, they will fight for it. I will get my portion. Do you get it? It will not be in my name. Most of the businesses are not registered in my name. Because it does not need to be in my name. Because I will come. As God tarries, I will go. But you see, there are foundations that will outlast us. That will outlive us. Do you understand me? There are things that you must begin to think in that direction. So be part of a community where you can even hear things like this. And the first level is very free. So the second one is, I'm going straight to opportunities, Kabzeel community. Number 1 is you can join our savings plan. So members of the cooperative, thank you for being part of it. We have no choice but to announce, we didn't used to do loans, but from 2026, we are going to start doing loans. Even me, I feel like saying, oh, the reason is simple, we don't have a choice. The government only understands cooperative that does loans. So it is not compulsory to take a loan. There will be rules guiding the loans, but we have to make sure that we are making it available for people. But that's not the goal. What we are trying to do is what Joseph did. We know that from 2030, currency as we know it will change. So we are trying to build a future and build a hack and a Goshen for that day. So we are inviting people to come and save every month for 7 years. That's what those of us in the first generation did. We did it every month for 5 years. We had properties. We had in Ekwe, we had in Ilaro. Right now we're doing in Meko. Because of this, we're able to transition for years. Every month, no cashing out. Know that you put it in and you put it out. And then we run it together as a people. And because we're a community, we can go and we're not looking to buy one plot. Do you understand what I'm saying? And because you're a community, you can say, we will do this, we will do that. So if you're going to be part of our generations plan, there's going to be, where is cooperative manager? Cooperative manager, you've spoken to you already. You will save every month for the next 7 years. There is a cooperative plan that is flexible, where you can choose to save every month for, and then be flexible about it and then take some out. Now, for those who are existing members, somebody joined us this year. The minimum to save with us is 10,000. Now, imagine that person doing 10,000 saves for 7 years. How much would that person have saved? I can tell you offhand, it's 840,000. Will you have saved $1 million? No. Somebody joined us this year and is doing 500K a month and is going to do it for 7 years. I'm choosing to say this one because when, it is income with impact that is the right outcome. There's somebody that did 10K for 5 years, and at the end of it, and thankfully, the two people that I'm giving as example now, we all know each other. At the end of it, when we were declaring our assets and our income had doubled, we had different things, I just noticed that the person was sad. I'm like, bros, why? Did they pay you? Yes. Because the first person could have done more. Comfortably. Both of them are out of country. Both of them are in Europe. So, you could have started in 2022 and you are doing 10K a month. And somebody starts in 2026 and is doing how much? 500K a month. Where will they meet? When will they meet? Before we get to heaven. So I'm going to go straight to our projects. We have several projects. One of them is Club 100, and I'm trying to round up now. With Club 100, what we were doing before with Club 100 is to simply buy properties in the US, in the UK. And there's also opportunities in Dubai. Because of the way the Naira was dancing from 2020 to 2025, it was dancing a lot. It has stabilized a bit, but our hope is in God. God is our source, not in any economy. So we're looking to buy properties abroad alone. But right now, what we're looking to buy is properties abroad and also in Nigeria. So we want to now begin to invest in and around Otta. We'll buy at least a good plot a year and complete a building in 2 years. So the idea is you can begin to own a shortlet just by being a part. The simple thing is for one person to raise 100 million, it may be tough. But for 100 people to put 100 million is easier. Do you agree with me? For one person to raise 10 million, it may be a struggle. But for 100 people to put 10 million is easier. Do you agree with me? So we want to buy, build, let out. And the houses will be for sale from the day one. So we buy the land, and because we are permaculture designers, every of our house will have a little garden. We have a living wall. We buy the land, set it up as not a resort, what's it called, shortlet, and put it for sale. So we're looking at areas from Otta down to Lagos. So if you know any good land, very good land, if you like, go and load it. I will know in the spirit. If you know any good land, please reach out to us. Those are things we are considering. And the simple entry point is from 100K. So you are able to save up in months, and then we buy properties, and then everybody has a deed. The one I didn't tell you, we part own in a property in the US. I've not been there before. It's people coming together, 100K USD, you buy a property. These things are possible. Everybody says it's a lie. We don't talk about it publicly. This meeting is probably the last we're going to do like this. So from next year, we are splitting the AGM. We will have AGM for community members. We will do all of you virtual. We will now come and do our wealth boot camp. Are we together? So at that point, we will invite people. We will do our celebrations. Some of these conversations, we will make it coded. But for this one, we're having it this way. So if it's something that interests you, speak to the cooperative manager and he will onboard you. All right. What's the next one? Are they able to follow? Every time I look back, I don't see them. Project P&T in Ilaro. Project P&T in Ilaro. Has the slides been coming up at any time? It has been coming up. Okay. Now, Ilaro, we started, I met my mentor. What year did I meet my mentor? So all of you know the year I was born. The people that just came, I just told them. All right, okay. So I met my mentor and he said we should look for a minimum of how many acres? 50 acres. Some of you are following. Good. So project P&T Laro is currently 54 acres. We have established 50 acres of oil palm. A few of our community members went there in December. You know, the funny thing is, everything looks like story until you see it. But if you wait to see everything, it will be too late. Thank you. Finally, you're giving me 7 more minutes. It's okay. So I have 7 more minutes. I need to be fast. If you wait to see everything, it will be too late. We went that day with security men, 2 of them. They were supposed to accompany us, just follow us around and see the place. One of the oil palm has started producing. You know what happened? The security men said they want to be part of the community. There is nobody that has seen it that says this is not possible. Now imagine me, I have seen 5,000 acres. In fact, one of our projects, Ikara, is behind Presco, which is 10,000 acres. This thing that I'm telling you is not just feasible, it's possible. It's not just possible, it's achievable. Some people online will say, it's a lie, you are scammers. I just say, no problem. Let's talk about it in 2030. Do you understand? This is a reality for us. Now we have phase 1 that has food. In fact, let me tell you how we came. I was praying, and God said, stop selling phase 1. Stop selling, another opportunity will come. And now, right now, we have gotten opportunity and we have paid for 80 acres. Out of that, we're looking to get 120. So that means if we're going to set up 120, we need at least 120 million. Are you following me? But what that means is that 120 will also produce 120 million. Do you understand the maths? Think about it. You spend 10 naira and you're making 10 naira every year. Is it a bad deal? It's not. In fact, our president last year announced that they want to establish 100 million seedlings, cocoa, oil palm, and one other one. I think shea butter. I don't agree with the way they went about it. Now, this one for cooperative members, current price as of today is 20K per share. We're only selling per share. So that nobody owns the land. The land is not bought in my name. It's bought in the name of the organization. So everybody owns the land. That way it is transferred from generation to generation. All our children have to do, while establishing this year, we have already secured 18,000 seedlings. We only need 6,000 to do phase 2. We are setting that up next year. By 30 years from this year is 2056. All our children need to do is 7 years from then, 2049, they need to replant. If they replant by 2049, by 2056, the new one will continue producing. This thing can go on. Nigeria should not have left soil for oil. We should have continued with our oil, but use the Dubai model to build our soil. I met people that were admitted in schools of Awolowo. I went there together. Where we saw people that went to training, they came out, Awolowo gave them land, and then one of them graduated in 1966. I met that one in Ado-Odo. And then the year he graduated is the year we found oil. And lo and behold, we abandoned it. The second one is Palm 2 Farm City. For those of you that have been to Palm 2 Farm City, you also know that it is not located close to the express. It is boundary to the express. We are the ones with the right of way to the express. Behind us is Oshogun. Oshogun is where Bishop Ajayi Crowther is from. Do you know Bishop Ajayi Crowther? That's his village. There's a university behind us. 15 kilometers for us is Adoaye Mountain Lake. So we're telling you, come and participate in this. By being a member of the cooperative, you don't necessarily need to buy land alone. Because actually, what took us to Palm 2 Farm City, and these were pictures from 2 days ago. Victoria is here. Maranatha is here. Bishop, a lot of us are there. These are the guys that climbed the mountain. I sat at the mountain, at the feet of Jesus to learn from him. They climbed the mountain, they got to the lake. Beautiful. I will see the lake in drone shots. I'll see the drone shot. Victoria, you have not sent me that nice image. Please send me that image. See, you can see them. Go and ask them. Is it real? Is it not real? What we were looking for 100 acres as a community. For the cooperative, then we found 1,000. I was also looking for, so this is an opportunity available for us. Let me see which one is available now. Yes, let's go to Oyo State. I was also looking for further opportunities for us. That's why we wrote to Oyo State. Oyo State was willing to work with the cooperative first. So we wrote, I'm privileged to be program director for Ikara Farm City. I'm also president Kabzeel Cooperative. So we wrote 2 letters. And they had opportunity to see the 2 letters. And they decided that they wanted to work with the Kabzeel cooperative first. And they were going to give us 500 acres. You know the problem? If I come back here now and I say we need this year 200 million. That's where everywhere went silent because of 200 million. That's where the issue started from. So you know what I did? I told them, give the opportunity from Kabzeel to Ikara. So right now, we were there. Deputy governor came. They launched the project for Ikara. And I said, 500 acres is too small for Ikara. Give us 1,000. We already have 1,000. The survey is out. We are doing they call it TSIA, Environmental and Social Impact Assessment. We have met with the KBAC. We have met with the local government chairman. We are doing needs assessment. They now say, once you get this one, it's a project that is partnered with World Bank. Once you get this one, you can still get your 10,000 acres. Kabzeel, there is opportunity for us in Oyo. The question is, do we want it? Do we understand it? It's okay. Now from here, where we're going is we're going to now divest and become SEC licensed. At the time we go public, anybody that hears now and has not actively taken their position and we go public is too late. At that time, you will be hearing from outside. So now that you are part of it, and God said we should not invite anybody so that we can have these conversations, this is the time for you to plug in. If you are in, go deeper. Do we understand? I've already announced that there will be loans for cooperatives. I'm not going to dwell there because I don't like the idea. But if you're a cooperative member, you want to access loan, there will be loans for you. And why? The Lagos State Ministry of Cooperative that we launched last year, they insist if you are a cooperative, you must give loans. But do me a favor. I did this assessment in 2022. Go and check the top 300 cooperatives in the world, and you will find that they do trillions in revenue. And the top 300 cooperatives in the world, they are into insurance, they are into real estate, they are into banking. Cooperatives own banking. There is a railway group in Germany that owns malls. So the future is bright. It is not just borrowing loan to buy and consuming everything. Some people have eaten houses. But for us to have things that can work for our generations, do you understand it? You know? By 2030, some people will come and tell me, you did not tell us. I will play this video for them. Finally, it's time for Outbox. How many minutes more do I have? Okay. So Outbox is our, go to the last slide. Let me just take it from the last slide. Is our plan with which we want to address human capital development. So I'm going to speak to 2 things. For Outbox, the idea is we train people, and while they are training, they are working on real-life projects. So all the assignments that all of them worked on were on real-life projects, things within our ecosystem, and they are also then being coached and mentors. So there's opportunity if you want to be part of that, you want to come and learn different things within the tech ecosystem, different things. I'm also a facilitator there, but I take faith and leadership and enterprise development. So we need 2 types of people that can join as facilitators and those who are willing to volunteer and to serve. And it is completely free to the student. But free to the student, what does that mean? Someone is paying. So we're currently the someone that is paying. So if you want to join as a facilitator, you want to be part of this. But the goal here is we're going to establish our enterprise hub. I love the fact that Paystack grew big, it was acquired, and a lot of things. We have issues with every of our unicorns being acquired. At what point do we have a locally owned company founded in Africa by African for Africans and then does over billions of dollars in revenue but retains ownership in Africa? Do you understand? If you build a product and it begins to do well, they will come and want to take you over. But I want us to build solutions that works for Africa, built by Africans, but it is local. It is global in expression, local in manifestation. Do you understand? So that's what we're trying to do with Outbox. And on the final slide, we then have our different plants where we are working. And the last thing I would like to say is, if this sounds like any of the things that we have talked about, sounds like something that is a fit for you, you can feel free to join our movement. There's a free portion. You can join the learning community. You can join the investing community. I hope I've had a wonderful time with you. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll see you for graduation. Thank you.